Hello everyone, it's Jen and Bob's, and
Hi.
we are back with some real tea, friends. As the premier authorities of Britney in the Joplin area. Some people have told us that too.
It's true.
No one else. Anyway, we watched, of course, I've watched Controlling Britney. My sweet friend has not yet.
I'm so busy reading other things, educational things stimulating the brain.
She is.
No.
And here I sit watching Controlling Britney. But so I was just gonna feed her what I have, my notes I've taken. Plus you're good at following her better on Instagram than I am. So maybe you can input with some things that have been going on.
Sure.
Oh, sure.
If we can make any sense of it. Sweet girl, I'm so sorry. I love you, Brittany. I'm having a hard time right now.
I mean, I really would like some free Britney t-shirts. I don't know why we don't have those made for us. But maybe we will. Anyway, okay, so Controlling Britney, it's the same people who made, it was New York Times Presents.
Right.
Okay, and so the last one was Framing Britney, and then this one is Controlling Britney.
Okay. I watched the previous one.
Yes,
right?
you did.
Yeah,
yes,
just
you did.
Latest one,
With Felicia Culotta.
Yeah, was she back?
She's back.
Oh, good. Well, of course she was.
You will be glad to see her again.
Okay.
So it kind of opens up with, the whole kind of thing is about how security is such a huge part of Britney's life. Security meaning people that keep her, you know what I mean, like bodyguards or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So this black box security is her team. And I guess when they first started, I thought he said 2011, I could be wrong on that. She was their sole client. Okay. And so the man, I got the impression he was the leader, Edan, E-D-A-N. Edan, that's what the guy called him, was kind of you see him in a lot of pictures of Britney, next to her as her security guard, whatever. Okay, so, but then he got these other people around him that they'll manage the technology or whatever. Okay. So anyway, so the guy, so that's kind of the focus of this was this security. Okay. So, and this was weird. Guys, it was just an hour of this show. And I don't know that it really even needed to exist. But here's the thing. Okay, so they have this guy who was running technology. They bring on these people who kind of had an insight into Britney, but they actually had thought that everything was up on the up and up. Okay. So this Edan comes to this guy and he tells him that he has to start giving Britney her pills. He has to make her take her pills and stuff. And he's like, well, why do I, this seems a little beyond what a security guard would do. And he's like, yeah, no, Jamie wants us to do this. And that's the client wants us to do it or whatever. Okay. And you have to do it. Okay, so then
Jamie's in charge of these.
Yes, because of the conservatorship. So Jamie's in charge. Yes, so gotcha. Jamie's doing it. So he's telling all of this is under the order of her father, and so it's kind of almost like that they're almost prison guards. Do you know what I mean? So she's under this conservatorship, but at the same time it seems very claustrophobic. Here's the thing. Here's my problem is I don't really know. I know she has had some mental issues in the past, and I get all that. But a lot of people have mental issues, so I don't really understand. Is it just much more than we know, which I find hard to believe. Yeah, and that's why. So anyway, it's just very strange.
I definitely don't think we know the whole story. I don't know if
we do not
know the whole story or the whole picture. I don't know what the right wording is, but I mean, you know what I mean? I don't think we're seeing everything. Right. But I think, I don't know. They got a lot of money, so
absolutely.
That's what happens when that
is absolutely the truth.
We might never ever know.
No, and I don't think we will. Yeah. Okay, so this was an exciting moment. A guy gets out of the car, when Britney's in the courthouse. And he brings out the same exact Pepsi sign of Britney that you had, and we used to have it right behind us. I don't know why we didn't bring it this time. I should have told you to. Okay, so they get this woman on. I think she's also a lawyer, but she says she's telling the audience conservatorships are supposed to be a last resort. Really, just because you're on drugs doesn't mean somebody automatically comes in and takes control over everything you own. Right. Or even if you're kind of mentally unstable, it's really it's kind of a big thing when they come in. You really can't take care of yourself. Yeah. So she's saying this kind of to let us know, maybe this is a little oppressive for Britney. I think she's on Britney's side, Right. Okay. So then, so I guess Britney goes on this, it's called, and you probably know, the circus tour. Do you know anything about her tours? Okay. So go ahead.
On me in the center. Oh, no, I was going to
No, please tell me. I didn't know that much about her then.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just the theme of her show. And, she's referenced that a lot, like, in some of her Insta stories, just like as a, like, she's kind of like a thing that everyone is just watching,
but she's the act in the circus.
Yes. Okay. She's the show, and we're all entertaining from her misery or her,
Okay.
So I don't know. I've never seen a Britney show or anything like that. I mean, it looks cool. It's very choreographed and directed, and it's not just like jump on stage and sing a song,
right.
Time.
And they
quite
did
successful.
Yes, and they mentioned, like the amount of money that it made, I can't honestly remember, but they mentioned that. And then, like you said, it's not a little show. Like, she's just on there by herself singing. It's like this huge, like, with tons of dance and production.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Was it? Did they? I don't even know. Was this a Vegas show, or did they?
This was a tour. Like, she took it around the world. It seemed like I think they were bringing that up, like, if this woman is bad off as you're saying, but yet she literally did rehearsals, and honestly, it was some work. It looked like some work. It didn't look like it was anything easy.
I'm sure.
So they were kind of using that to prove, like, she went on this whole tour under this conservatorship, like her dad kind of, I don't know if he made her, I don't know, because she
said that, right? Has
she said that he did make her? Okay.
Well, I don't know, or she's alluded to the fact that the family members, she had to keep performing because she'd make money, and
she definitely made some money. Yeah. So anyway, so she went on. So they were kind of using that, like, okay, if this girl's that bad. Okay, so then here comes Felicia Culotta. She's like back on. I love Felicia, and they call her Fifi. Felicia Culotta. And you can tell she just loves Britney. And I just want to give old Felicia a hug.
Yeah, someone needs to.
Right? Yeah. I hope she's as sincere as she comes across on TV. Like, I hate to think she's really just like, I'm stealing from Britney every chance I get.
Like a really good actress. Yeah.
She is. She just seems like a sweet, kind of cute person.
She does.
Okay, so they talked to Felicia, and it's really nothing that she hasn't said before. She loves Britney and all this. And then, then they bring on, she loves Britney. So they bring on Tish, who was her costume designer, Britney's costume designer, I think, for this circus tour.
Okay.
So, and for part of her residency in Vegas, or all of her residency in Vegas. So Tish tells us, like, she really didn't feel like Jamie was pulling the strings. So then she felt this girl, Robin, who is from, like, the talent agency or some kind of agency. Like, she was like calling the shots and saying, you need to do this, you need to do that. And she's like, we're all like, who is Robin and why is she telling us to do this? Okay. So she didn't think it was Jamie doing that. So that was kind of interesting. But okay, so she'd say, this is what happened. But like, Britney would go, hey, I really like some sushi for dinner. And Robin would go, no, you just had sushi the night before. You're not getting it again tonight. Like, if Britney wants to eat sushi every night for dinner, who cares?
And she's probably paying your paychecks. So.
Yes, she is. And if she wasn't asking you to buy it for her, you're using her. Because, and that was what Tish said. Like, we all had, I'm positive she said we all had, like, a credit card that was Britney was responsible for, like, for her costumes or whatever.
Okay.
So it wasn't like they were taking their own money out of their pocket to buy her sushi. Like, go buy her some sushi. And then, and so then she would be like, Britney would be like on her phone, and Jamie would go like, if you don't put that phone away, you're not going to see your kids this weekend. What in the world?
Oh my gosh.
Like, that's kind of harsh.
How old is she at this
She's
point?
like 26, 27 years old.
This is like a 12-year-old. This is like, I don't know.
When this was happening, I'm like, what in the
12-year-old talking
Yes. If you don't put your phone away, like, you're going to be grounded. Like, and she's paying his lifestyle is because of her.
Right.
Like, don't tell me what I cannot do. Okay. So then she says they went into Vegas this one time, and they passed a shoe store, and she said, Britney goes, oh, I really like those shoes. Can somebody go grab a pair for me, like, to buy? Mm-hmm. And Robin told her, nope, you don't need another pair of shoes. You've spent too much money. Okay, so I think on this,
Robin?
Yeah, well, they showed her. I don't really like.
She never spoke.
Not on camera. Like, she didn't speak to us at all. No.
Yeah.
She didn't speak to us. Like, they just showed different
Robin
things.
Now?
Okay, she made $310,000 a show in Vegas. One show. $310,000, and she performed, I think they told us, I thought they said 96 shows. Wow. So you just think 3 shows is $1 million, or close to $1 million.
Right.
So She's like making like $30 million just off the show in Vegas, and that's not to mention record, sales or whatever.
Yeah,
I mean,
iTunes.
And the pair of shoes that she wanted was Skechers. So I mean, and Skechers make some cute shoes. I'm not saying that.
$45.
Yeah, I was gonna say they might have been $50.
Yes.
Leave her alone. Let her get this.
Robin,
so that
I gotta know where you're at, girl.
We're coming after you. So Tish went and bought them and told Britney. Now of course this is, and she probably did. They seem to really.
Sorry, I interrupted you, but Tish.
Please interrupt me.
Tish like.
She was. You can tell Tish though. I'm gonna tell you what. You get a makeup person to do a little better job on you next time, girl, because I can see the makeup wasn't. I'm sure you can see it on me too, but I mean you're as cute as you can be. Anyway, make sure. So Tish buys the shoes and then takes them to Britney and goes, Britney, I'm just gonna say that we got these on tour, and then because again, Tish didn't even use her own money. She used Britney's money. Britney wanted them, so Britney's like, oh, thank you. I'll just write it off to wardrobe that we just didn't use it if anybody asked me.
That's insane that they're trying to cover that much. I mean, over Skechers,
over a pair of Skechers.
I mean,
I don't even go to Christian Louboutins for Britney.
Golden Goose, $500 pair of shoes. Yeah. That's one thing to be like, ooh, better hide those, and nobody knows where they're at. Skechers is a lovely brand. I'm just thinking the price point is not something that someone would get worked up about.
And usually. For her, literally, it's like us spending a quarter or something. Probably not even that much.
Right.
The amount of money she has compared to what I have anyway.
Yeah.
$310,000. That's going to take me about 10 years.
Yeah.
So, anyway. So there was that. And then, so she wanted an iPhone, right? Britney wants an iPhone. I think Britney should have an iPhone if she wants one. I don't know. So Edon, her security guy, finds out if Jamie asks Edon, can you get her one, but it has to have parental controls on it. So they know everything or where she is. And then the thing was that Robin bought an iPad that linked to the phone so that whenever Britney was sending out a text message, it showed up on the iPad.
Oh gosh, that's creepy.
It's really creepy because she is a grown woman.
Yeah, that's creepy.
I mean, and so that's the only thing. I don't like it either. Did she say something horrible that we all needed to make sure she wasn't saying? I don't understand this.
Yeah,
I don't understand any reason. No, I don't either.
Like...
She doesn't seem like she. I mean, she seems like maybe, maybe she would need some help every once in a while. But I don't think she maybe would hurt anybody. I don't know. I mean,
I don't think so either.
I don't know.
I mean, she's been controlled for a long time, so at this point, her mental health has definitely been affected.
Yes, exactly.
You did that. These people.
Yeah.
Robin.
And Tish said they threatened her so much with her kids that one time she was going out on stage and she just Britney started screaming, it smells like pot, it smells like pot. If I smell like pot, I won't pass the drug test and then they won't let me see my kids. And she ran off. And then so then Tish talked to her, good old Tish, I'm glad for you. She talked her into coming back on stage and then she went on with it. But I think they had really put the fear, from what I can understand, into her about a lot of things. I don't know. So then Felicia comes back on and she says that during the circus tour, Jamie called her up and said, you can't come on the circus tour. Well, Felicia had already bought her ticket. Now to Europe. Mm-hmm. So and for hotels, had paid for everything. Now I don't know who, if she paid for it or if Britney's tour had paid for it. So she said, no, I'm going to go, but I won't let Britney see me. He said, will you make sure that you don't, because she's not allowed to see you. He said, Britney does not want you on the tour. And so Felicia was like, okay, I'll stay away from her. I don't know at that point if she thought that was true, why she wanted to go anyway.
Right.
Because if it was Britney's money, and I'm not saying, but if Britney said, I don't want you to go, then I really wouldn't be that concerned about it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but if it's her own money, then I'd still go. But anyway, so then, so then Jamie tells her that. Well, then she says it's the last day of the tour, a couple days before the tour's over, and she's she went out to food services or something to get food, and then she said she turned and she saw Britney at the other end of the hallway, and she goes, everybody's just watching to see what happens, and she said Britney came running to her and said, Fee, where have you been?
Oh, so
Jamie,
that was true.
Were you lying?
Mm-hmm.
Trickster.
Shocker.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Britney wanted her father regularly tested for alcohol, but the judge would not let it happen. I don't know why, because they said he has some problems with alcohol.
Yeah.
Okay. And Iggy Azalea, do you know who that is?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so they did some song together, Pretty Girls, or something.
Yes,
yeah. So they did a song together. So Iggy asked her to come over for lunch, and she said before Britney was allowed to come, like security agents had to come in from Britney's security team, had to come in and like comb her home, and she's like, I just want her over for lunch, like I'm not gonna stab her or anything. Like they're both,
just the friends.
Iggy's not as famous, of course, as Britney, but she probably ain't gonna hurt her. I don't know. Like, calm down.
That's bizarre.
And okay, so then they're back to the security guy, and he says they asked him to bug Britney's bedroom. So like, there's I think 180 hours of conversation in her bedroom with her boyfriend and like children. And why is that necessary? I mean, I don't really care what they're doing. I don't care what they're doing.
That's weird.
Yes. So they did that. Okay. So then when Britney started to, like now she wants out of the conservatorship or whatever, like they're like running back saying, get rid of, because they had all these tapes, I guess, or whatever it is, probably not tape, but they had all that saved.
Video.
Hard drive or whatever saved. And so they said, get rid of it. But this guy did not. He kept it all because he thought, well, maybe one day they'll need it for evidence. And so it's out there. Yeah, so it's out there. So you better watch out.
Plot twist.
That's right, plot twist. And then let's see. She wants the conservatorship to end, Okay, this was something. Okay, I'm just going to ask if you noticed. So like, when we hear Britney talk on Instagram, she's a little bit babyish, okay? But then when you heard her in front of the judge, she was like totally normal. Judge, I didn't know I couldn't end my conservatorship. I was like,
Yes.
So that was a little different.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a little bit of an act.
I know.
For us, like, I don't know.
Well, I always wondered. And then I kind of wondered if, sometimes, like, I think we had this conversation last time, but like they say, like when you have trauma, then that's kind of where you're.
Yes.
And I
don't age.
I was young enough that she talks
that
like
could
that.
be.
But no, you're right. I mean, maybe she's trying to sound.
Maybe
she's changing her voice
for the judge. Maybe. I mean, Brittany, I got nothing to say, girl. I don't know. Like to me, you've earned your money and you do.
Yeah, that's just wrong.
I don't care, but
just a lot of wrong.
Yeah.
I don't really know how they even got away with it for so long.
Yeah. She told the judge her father had her put on lithium. Like she went into a rehab facility. I think I don't know if that was just a regular to put her on lithium, but she said they made her sit in a chair 10 hours a day, 7 days a week. And she said, and judge, it ain't fun. She goes, especially when you can't go anywhere at the end. Like, it's not like this is my job and then I get to leave. No. Right. So it was kind of cute the way she said, I thought, I agree with Brittany.
And what was the purpose of that?
It was right after like 2016. Remember, she was like going to do the second residency and then like her dad got sick and then suddenly she's in rehab.
Yes,
do you remember that? Wasn't too long ago.
Was that the time when she was saying that she was going to do the show and then she walked out and kept walking or whatever?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
but then she said like it was because my dad had health problems.
Yes.
But then she was checked into, so nobody really knew what was going on. And at one point, well, she keeps calling it an IUD and ID, which kind of made me laugh. I'm sorry. It's my ID. I want to take it out. I'm like, bless. Okay, so then like towards like recently, security was asked to only give her an iPhone that I don't know why anybody's giving Britney anything. I know that only makes calls, like that gets no you know what I'm saying? No internet, or it can only make calls. That's the only thing she's allowed to have.
They even make a phone like that?
I don't know anymore unless it's like a Walmart Go phone or something.
For the love of everything. I mean, let the woman. She can walk into an iPhone store and somebody just hand her one. Like,
yeah, I know it. I'm just so like, So they talked about that, and then they show. This is unfortunate. Like they show her coming out of this hotel with Sam, and she just looked rough and rough in a way, like as if. Like she wasn't well, you know what I mean? Like she's a thin, attractive woman. I don't mean that, but, and I just thought, shame on people. Like why are we showing people at their worst, moments when they're sick or something? It's just kind of sad to me.
Right.
So anyway, I don't know. That's just my opinion, friends. So then like the crowd's outside of the thing and they let her hire her own attorney. So she, like the crowd's like, oh my gosh, yay, Britney Day. And they're like literally crying and going, we won. I don't know if you won, friends. I think Britney might have won.
Right. No mind.
But yeah.
So,
and tomorrow, is today the 29th?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I may have to Google this really quick. So the hearing to remove Jamie is September 29th, but then Jamie said he would step down, but then never officially did it according to this show. Now this show's only been on, like maybe he's done it since then. And so then they have the court, or somebody from the court says, people don't really know Britney's addictions and mental issues, and if they did, they'd appreciate what Jamie has done. I don't know. I have no idea. So, I love Fief. Fief just once again, they showed Fief telling how great, Britney is and how much she loves. Because they go, Fief, what would you say? Fief, I don't think they call her Fief.
I love it.
What would you say to Britney? She goes, I would just tell her that I love her and I just think she's the greatest and she can never do any wrong in my eyes. Like, you go Fief.
Well, everyone needs a Fief in there.
Everyone needs a Fief. Okay, I'm going to see if there's any news on Britney today. Do you have anything to add? Talk to you about the Instagram little glitch.
Have we covered the nakedness on Instagram?
I think we did mention that once, and that was like it got to a little bit excessive.
I'm just not clear on it. I'm just not clear on the point of it.
Got a little excessive.
So I don't know if someone can shed some light on that. I started following Sam because, Britney, I don't know where you went for a little while. We all were concerned.
Yeah. All of a sudden I get a text from my bestie here telling me, Britney's gone. She's no longer on Instagram. I'm like, what? She's left.
I think people say the gram.
The gram, okay.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying against it, but
she's left the gram.
I don't know. So, and then now she's back. Her most recent, I don't think I have my phone number. Her most recent post, the comments were just kind of like, I don't really understand like what she's talking about. I can't remember now what it had to do with. It was there was a lot of like things happening.
Yeah,
I don't know. We weren't clear, and so I don't know. They were.
Unless we weren't clear.
Well, I know. Yeah, I'm speaking to the masses.
All 39 of you.
She went night bike riding like the other day. Like Sam just had it on his story. You don't see her
because it's night.
You hear her. She's the greatest thing ever. I don't know.
Britney, wear some light colored clothing, friend. We don't want you hit my car. Okay, Britney's father is suspended from the conservatorship. You heard it here.
Breaking news.
Literally, it is. It says right now, Britney's father, and it just is happening. Like they're still in the hearing. So thank you. You're welcome.
James Spears. Okay.
But then is suspended. So he might come back though, friends.
Well,
oh my goodness.
I feel like we are breaking news right now.
Did you see CNN? Fox News.
Give us a call. Fox probably better than Fox News. I don't know. Any news channel, because I don't watch them typically.
All right, friends. Do you think of anything to add?
No. Just, hang in there, Britney. It sounds like life is changing for you. I really don't know. I feel
in a good way.
The best is yet to come.
I do too. And Sam, be good to her.
Yeah.
Listen to me.
Oh, they're engaged.
Yes, that was big news.
Yeah, they're engaged.
Yeah.
She was really surprised by it. Did you see that she kept I don't know,
she probably bought the ring.
It's like, she kept saying the F word. She was really effing surprised. And I was like, oh, she's still surprised. Like day 2, day 3. It's not worn off, which maybe that's what makes it so precious. I don't know. I think they're like quoting that as a super posting. It's been great, but I just remember saying that over and over again. I don't know. I just kept saying another post about it. But anyway, the ring is beautiful. It's big.
Oh yeah, it's big.
Yes, we would say. But anyway, keep on doing.
Keep it on, girl. We're there for you. All right, friends. Let us know.
Yeah.
If there's anything else you want us to talk about, we like to chat, so we're good. All right, friends. Have a good one.
See ya.